Marcy.
And we're going to go through some yoga postures with you again today. Marcy will be the model. She'll be teaching you, if you're a more visual learner, you can look at her body, see how to do it. I'll be talking, so if you're better at audio learning, then you can just listen to my instructions or do both.
And we're going to begin with me in a chair. This is a simple practice. Anybody can do it, about 20 minutes long. What we can say is if you do it regularly, and you'll feel better every day.
It's true. So the one thing to keep your mind on with all of these postures is you want to breathe through the nose, and that should be like the background of every other position that you do or every other pose you try to take. So always breathing through the nose. If you have a cold, through the mouth is okay. So first thing, you want to sit in a chair like Marcy's doing, and you actually want to come towards the front of the chair a little bit so that there's no leaning back. And you're going to feel that you're sitting up straight and that the muscles of your core body and your spine are engaged. And Marcy's got a good stance here. She's got her hands on her knees. Lift the shoulders back. And then if you're comfortable closing your eyes, I recommend closing your eyes. Just for a moment we'll be here. If you're not comfortable closing your eyes, look down at the floor. Just don't be looking around. We're not going to do anything exciting up here. And we'll take 5 breaths. So eyes are closed or they're stationary. Inhale through your nose. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last time, in through the nose, out through the nose. And then you can open the eyes and take the arms right up to the sky. So you're really going to reach as high as you can. Think of your seat pressing down into the chair as you lift up the arms and you open the fingers and the hands. And then take your hands back down to your knees. And let your body slump forward, fold forward, drop the head. And Marcy's a ragdoll, so you might not go down as far. But remember, what's important is that you're working with your own body. It doesn't matter what she's doing, but that you fold forward enough so that you feel a stretch in the parts of you that are tight. Maybe your neck, your shoulders, the spine. Don't put yourself down for feeling that stuff. That's the reason that we're doing these postures. So let yourself keep breathing as you feel the tension or the stretch, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to be here for 1 more breath. And then come rolling back up to a seated position, like Marcy's doing. Take the arms up again. Same posture. Extend up. And 1 more time, dive forward, hands to your knees. Release your head. Stay here for 3 breaths. Relax your face. 2 breaths. And then 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then come on back up to a seated position. And this time you'll take 1 hand to the opposite knee. Doesn't matter which side you do first. And twist around towards that knee that you're holding. You'll be able to see here Marcy's twisting around and she's got her head going in the same direction as her shoulder, her chest. And you can also see she's sitting up really tall. That's important whenever you twist. Long spine. Just take 1 more breath there. Keep twisting. And then no surprise, you'll do the other side, opposite hand to opposite knee. Spine is long. Don't fight it. Don't be in a rush. Stay there. And just take 1 more breath in. And as you exhale, come back to center. Now, Marcy's lucky she's got me as an assistant, so I'll take the chair away. You might have to take your own chair away. And we're going to stay standing for the time being. So just like you did a moment ago when you were in the chair, you'll rise your arms up, overhead, and then same exact action, reach high, lift up your toes. I haven't told you already, but if you have shoes on, you should definitely stop this video and take them off. Socks should also come off, although it's better to have socks than shoes. Keep reaching up through the hands. Keep feeling the feet on the floor. And then very slowly fold forward all the way as far as you can go, hands to the mat. Some of you won't actually touch the floor, it's okay, but let them hang down. And then take your opposite hand with the opposite elbow and slowly just sway your upper body from side to side. So nothing fast, just a slow sway left to right, holding opposite hand to opposite elbow. Remember your breathing, inhale, exhale. Release your hands from your elbows, come up to standing. Same as before, you're reaching the arms high, opening the chest. And then bring your hands to your hips. And I'm going to have Marcy change the orientation here. So we've got these two mats just so you can see her body. We're going to start with warrior number 1. So the right foot will be in front. So the back leg is long and straight. Some of you know this pose, I'm sure. The spine lifts up, just like we've been doing this whole practice. Arms are open, reaching for the sky. Front knee is at 90 degrees. Just stay here for one more breath. And then bring your hands to your hips. Step the back foot forward. And you'll do the same thing on the other side. Now the left foot's the one in front. Right foot back. Arms to the sky. If this hurts your low back, if you're not accustomed to weight bearing in the low back or it's really tight, you can always put your hands at your hips. It's a really nice way to get the benefit of the pose, let your legs start to strengthen, and not do too much in the low back. Back leg is straight, just as on the first side, front knee is bending. One more inhale. Now take hands to hips, step the back foot forward. And just as she did before, Marcy's going to come forward all the way, hanging into a forward bend. But this time, she'll put her hands on the mat and she's going to come into downward facing dog. It's a very well-known pose in the yoga world. Many of you might have seen it or already done it yourselves. Basically, your body's in an upside down letter V. So do your best to extend your legs and definitely drop your head. Let your hands spread out. Your hands are about as wide as your shoulders. Your feet are about as wide as your hips. And I'm going to ask you to stay here for another 3 breaths. If you cannot hold this pose for any reason, just put the knees down. Keep breathing. 2 more breaths. And then 1 more breath. And now you will put your knees down, so you'll be on your hands and your knees. We're going to do something we call cat-cow tilts, and they're a really nice way to open the spine and the hips and the lungs. As you inhale, just like Marcy's doing, lift the head, the chest, and lift the tailbone. And then as you exhale, go the other way. Head to tailbone. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Really simple. Inhale, back bend. Exhale, forward bend. One more time. Inhale. You can teach this one to your grandmother, your grandkids. Everyone can do this. It feels really good in the spine. And when you've finished, take your knees together so they should touch. And raise the right leg as high as you can to the sky. Now, as you hold this pose, let your breath continue to flow. Leg lifts, chest lifts, your face is relaxed, and you're breathing in and out through the nose. Change legs, same posture. Inhale, exhale. Keep lifting your leg. We'll take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale, knees together. Roll over your toes and return to downward facing dog. Same posture. Really important part of this posture, and you'll hear it in the name, downward facing dog. So your face is down towards the floor. You're not looking up. The neck muscles are released. The head is heavy. And just take 3 more breaths here. Maintain the steadiest pose that you can. You might feel like fidgeting or feel like coming out of it, but try to stay in the posture anyway. One more breath. And then as you exhale, put your knees back down to the mat. And I'm going to have you sit down on the seat and extend your legs forward. So you're going to press your heels away from you and pull your toes back. That sort of happens at the same time. Take the arms up to the sky. Good. Now place your left hand down on the floor and then open your side body. The right side body gets really long, just like Marcy's doing here. And you can see she can bend her elbows. She can probably bend it a little lower. And if you can bend your elbow, do the same thing. So you're stretching the whole side body. One more inhale. And then go ahead and take the other side. Raise the arm. Extend the side body. If you're able to bend the standing arm, bend the standing arm. One more breath into the rib cage. And then come back to center. And she's going to reach for her toes, everybody. She can catch them fairly easily. But if you're not able to, you'll notice Marcy's bending her knees here. That's a good thing to do if you can't quite catch your toes. Let your head drop. And please remember, it doesn't matter what your posture looks like on the outside. There's no one holding an audition. It's not a contest. You are doing this to stretch the parts of yourself that are tight. So if you're aware of your tightness, you feel like this is an uncomfortable stretch, it's probably a good one for you to be doing. Stay in the pose. Think of the spine extending. And I'm going to count 3 more breaths. I don't care if you're deep in the pose or you're only able to do it a little bit. Stay there. 2 more breaths. Don't be in a rush. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. And then sit up. All right. Now we're coming onto our backs. This is generally the way yoga class goes. We start with standing and moving around, and then by the end we're on our backs. So I'm going to have you do a bridge. Marcy will show you. You put the feet on the floor, arms are by your sides, and then lift up through the belly and the hips. And you can see here she's got her feet, her ankles underneath her knees, which is really good alignment. And her arms are on the floor. And I'm going to have you stay there lifting the hips and lifting the heart for 5 breaths. So nothing else is going on. It's a still pose. 4 breaths. 3. 2 breaths. You might even be able to watch the lungs rising and falling, or the belly rising and falling. 1 more inhale. And as you exhale, take your spine down. Take a full breath. Let the lower back relax. And then we'll repeat it once more, just for 3 breaths this time. Same thing. Press the feet down, lift the hips. 3, 2, feet into the floor, spread your toes, and release the pose. All right, we're going gonna do one more posture, and then we'll take a short relaxation. Take your arms overhead, and you can try extending the arms like Marcy's doing, or bending the elbows, almost like a field goal position. But they should be resting on the floor, so you're opening the chest. And then keeping the arms there, lift the legs up into your chest, into your belly, bend the knees. All right, and from here, the knees can fall off to one side. It doesn't matter which side goes first. If you can, maintain the arms overhead. So much of our day we're hunching forward. And a posture like this opens the chest, so it's a counter posture. Stay there for another couple breaths. One more inhale. As you exhale, legs to the other side. You might notice what you're thinking about here. Hopefully it's something interesting. It's a good thing to notice when you're practicing your postures, where your mind is, what you're thinking about. And always try to put your thoughts, because we all have them, put them on the back burner if you can, and just come back to feeling the body. Feeling any sensation, good or bad, in the body. And of course, tracking the breathing. Now at this point, you'll come into Shavasana. And Marcy is very good at this one, so she'll give you a good example. Body's on the floor. Legs extend, arms extend. Now, those of you who have bad low backs, if lying on the floor is not going to work for you, I'm going to show you what to do. Just stay there for a moment. Basically, you want to support the legs. So you can take something like this. This is a pillow. You can take a pillow off your couch or your bed, or bring the chair back that you used earlier, and place your object underneath the knees. And once the legs are supported, the low back will have less sensitivity to it in this posture. So here's where you'll stay. We're going to run this tape for about 3 more minutes. Just lie still. Marcy and I will be sitting here with our eyes closed. You do the same. And let your body relax. I'll let you know when the time is up. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And then exhale. And again, breathe in through the nose, send it right down to your toes. Exhale. And then slowly roll onto your right side. Come into fetal position. Spend a moment there. Your eyes are still closed. And then slowly push yourself up into a seated position. Now, if you can't sit on the floor, if it hurts your hips or your back or your knees, of course you can bring the chair back where we started. But whether you're on the floor or the chair, extend your spine, close your eyes, and just take one more breath in and completely exhale it. Scan your body, notice any shifts in the body. And we'll close with one Om together. Inhale. And namaste. Namaste. See you soon.